In the heart of the bustling city, two souls were about to cross paths and change each other's lives forever. Amid the swirl of city lights and the hum of 1,000 conversations, our protagonists were living their routine lives, blissfully unaware of the magic that was about to unfold. She, a dreamer with a heart full of hope, was chasing her dreams one coffee cup at a time. He, a realist with a mind full of ideas, was navigating through the maze of life, one challenge at a time. Both were strangers to each other, their stories yet to intertwine. The city, with its infectious energy and constant motion, was the perfect backdrop for their enchanting encounter. As fate would have it, their paths crossed at a quaint little cafe in the heart of the city. An unexpected meeting, an instant connection, a spark that was undeniable. In the middle of the crowd, their eyes met, and it felt like time stood still. As days turned into weeks, their encounter turned into a beautiful friendship. This wasn't an ordinary friendship, where two people simply shared jokes and laughter. No, this was something far beyond. It was a bond that was being woven with threads of understanding, respect, and a deep connection that transcended the surface-level chatter. Over the course of time, they began to learn about each other. They explored the contours of each other's personalities, discovering the likes and dislikes that made them who they were. He learned of her love for old jazz music and how she could spend hours lost in a good book. She discovered his passion for cooking and how he found solace in the quiet of nature. Their conversations would often veer into the realm of dreams and fears. She dreamt of traveling the world, of experiencing cultures unknown, while he had a more grounded dream, one of creating a sanctuary, a home where love would always find a place. Their fears too were shared with a raw honesty that only deepened their bond. His fear of losing those he loved, her fear of not living a life true to herself, all laid bare in the sanctuary of their growing friendship. This friendship was not just about shared interests or dreams. It was about respect, about understanding. They listened to each other not just with their ears, but with their hearts. In disagreements, they found not a reason to argue, but an opportunity to understand a different perspective. In shared laughter, they found a shared joy that made their bond stronger. Their friendship was a dance, a beautiful ballet of two souls intertwined in a rhythm only they could hear. It was a dance of discovery, of understanding, of respect. It was a dance they were both willing to learn, to teach, to share. Their bond was growing stronger, and so were their feelings, yet unexpressed. The dance continued, the rhythm persisted, and in the silence of their hearts, a melody of love began to play. Love often doesn't need words. It's a language of the heart, silent yet profound. Our story continues with the couple who, unbeknownst to them, were painting a picture of love without uttering a single word of it. Their actions, their care for each other, and their unspoken affection were the true narrators of this tale. Take, for instance, the time when she spent hours baking his favorite cookies. She never said she loved him, but every batch came out perfect, each one a testament to her affection. They were not just cookies, they were sweet, round tokens of her feelings, baked with the warmth of her heart. Then there was the time he stayed up all night to help her prepare for an important presentation. His eyes were heavy with sleep, but he fought the drowsiness, for her success was his happiness. His actions were more eloquent than any love sonnet, speaking volumes of his concern and care. Remember the time when she rushed to the hospital after hearing about his accident? She didn't need to say anything. Her eyes, filled with worry and relief, did all the talking. Her silent prayers, her nervous pacing, her relieved sigh when the doctor said he was fine, all were wordless whispers of love. And who could forget the time he quietly slipped his jacket around her shoulders on a chilly evening? The act was simple, but the message was clear. His warmth was not just for her body, but for her soul, too. He was her shelter, her haven in the cold world. Each instance was a chapter in their love story, a story written not with words, but with actions, gestures, and shared moments. Each glance, each touch, each smile was a silent confession of their feelings. Their hearts knew what their lips couldn't utter yet. They were in love. One magical night under a sky full of stars, the silence was about to be broken. The night was ethereal, a canvas of deep blues and purples, dotted with shimmering stars that bore silent witness to the unfolding tale. A soft breeze whispered through the trees, carrying the faint scent of blooming flowers and the promise of something extraordinary. It was a beautiful night, the kind that seemed to hum with anticipation, the kind that was tailor-made for confessions of the heart. In the midst of this enchanting night, there was a palpable air of nervous anticipation, like the hushed moment before a symphony begins. The world seemed to hold its breath, the stars twinkling a little brighter, the wind holding its sigh as if time itself was waiting for the words to be spoken. The confession, when it came, was not a dramatic declaration. It was a whisper, a simple string of words woven together with all the courage the heart could muster. The words hung in the air, a soft confession of love that had been held back for far too long. It was a moment of vulnerability, a moment of truth that was more powerful than any grand gesture could ever be. The silence that followed was not uncomfortable, but rather filled with a sense of understanding, a quiet acceptance that seemed to echo through the night. The stars twinkled in silent approval, the wind rustled the leaves in quiet celebration, and the night seemed to hold them in a gentle embrace, basking in the warmth of their confessed love. And then there it was, the sweetest of all sounds, the reciprocation of the confession. The words were spoken softly, yet they held a world of promise, a promise of love that was as deep as the night sky above them. The moment was perfect, a beautiful symphony of love under the starlit sky. The confession had been made, the love reciprocated, and in that moment they were the only two people in the world. Under the starlit sky, their hearts echoed the same melody of love. Love is not always a bed of roses. Sometimes it's the courage to face the thorns together. The journey of love is not a smooth sail across a calm sea. It's a voyage through uncharted waters, filled with waves of challenges that test the strength and resilience of a relationship. Our couple too faced their fair share of trials, each one a stepping stone on their path of love. Their differences, as unique as their individual personalities, were the first challenge they encountered. She, a lover of words, found solace in the quiet corners of a library, while he, an adventurer at heart, sought thrill and excitement in the great outdoors. This contrast in their interests often led to misunderstandings, creating chasms in their relationship that seemed too wide to bridge. But love, as it often does, found a way. They learned to appreciate each other's passions, to see the world through the other's eyes. She discovered the joy of feeling the wind in her hair, of climbing mountains and reaching for the skies. He found solace in the silence of the library, in the magic of stories that transported him to different worlds. Yet misunderstandings were a constant companion, lurking in the shadows, ready to strike at any moment. Miscommunications, assumptions, unmet expectations, all these were thorns that pricked at their bond, threatening to tear it apart. But with every challenge they grew stronger. They learned to listen, to understand, to forgive. They learned to navigate the rough waters together, hand in hand, hearts intertwined. They learned that love is not just about sharing joys and laughter, but also about standing together in the face of adversity, about being there for each other, no matter what. Through their journey, they realized that the beauty of love lies not in the absence of challenges, but in the effort to overcome them together. The thorns, the storms, the trials, they were all part of their beautiful love story. Despite the storms, their love stood strong, shining brighter with every passing day. Their love story was not a fairy tale, but it was real, beautiful, and uniquely theirs. From the enchanting first encounter to the blossoming of their bond, their love unfolded not in grand gestures, but in everyday moments. It was there in the silence, in the unspoken words that spoke volumes. It was there in the confession, raw and vulnerable, revealing the depth of their feelings. It was there in the challenges they faced, testing their bond, refining it, making it stronger. Their love story is a journey, a tapestry woven with threads of joy and sorrow, triumph and defeat, laughter and tears. It's a testament to their commitment, a promise they've made to each other, a promise of forever. They've built a life together, a life filled with love, shared dreams, and endless possibilities. Their love story is a testament to true love, enduring, forgiving, and forever.